And that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now Haskins on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Geis, they'll try to run it. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, Sponge, no.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. Now he's flushed out left. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 6-6, pull it high.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So that'll back them up 5.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm here all day.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Come. 36. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Ready.
Off the play fake. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Jones, off play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 8-3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And now look at him go. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 23 yards on the play. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now Saquon Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Got a man, Slayton.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Now Jones off the play fake. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 36. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Jones drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 3 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Watch the run, watch the run. 56. Go. Check 56. Go.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield.
And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting? Our meeting with the coaching staff, that they all made sure to let us know we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Haskins will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional win. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack on first down, Jones. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded at the 6. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones eluding the press. Jones hit and the ball's out, and the Redskins scoop it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 20, 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Wahoo!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McGee. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back to throw. McGee. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. McGee. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike's 57. 57's right. Get ready. Get ready.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's got his tight end, Burton. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On the draw, they go to Geis. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Pull it together. 58.
2nd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They stopped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught at the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for the Giants. 61 yards. Back to throw. McGee. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. McGee. This is Jennings. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 3. And it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Next to score, Redskins 30, Giants 17. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, McGee. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, McGee. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to throw. McGee. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Throwing on 3rd and long. McGee. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, McGee. He is going to find Hill here. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, McGee. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. McGee. Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one has all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Throwing now is Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
On the double. Topper. Ready.
He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
57, Mike, 57. Watch the pass. 57's Mike. Mike, 57. You ain't going nowhere.
Here we go with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And all the way down to the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all